Hello there, my name is InFireX.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Crimzon Clover World Ignition with InFireX.
Hello.
Take it away.
Okay. Hello, I'm InFireX. I'm going to play Crimzon Clover, and I'm going to do it on unlimited mode, which is considered an expert mode. So it will be definitely very hard, but also entertaining to watch as well. So I should clarify that this is not a speedrun, but just an exhibition. So survival is more important than speeds in this case. So I should let you know about that. So before I begin, I should show two tutorials for those that aren't familiar with the game, so I'll just do that. First off, I'm going to show the one for original. I'm going to pick type 1, which is the ship I'm going to use, and here's the tutorial. No idea if it will actually help those that aren't familiar with the game much, but it should be easier to understand when the action isn't too serious. So, as you've seen, you can attack with your bullets and your lock-on weapon, and I will be using those two things a lot. And as it says, your lock-on weapon will make you go slower, but that's usually good. And here comes the break mode system. If you have enough energy, you can bomb, and it will destroy enemies and neutralize bullets, and also lasers as well, or at least it will protect you. And here comes break mode. Here we go, break mode. And if you refill the main gauge again, double break mode. Even better, but riskier, because you can bomb, and whenever you successfully end it, you have no energy left. And that's it for the original mode. Okay, that's one tutorial down. Let's go to the unlimited one. So, for the timer, the moment I assume control of my ship, the timer will start. So let me show you the unlimited one before that. Okay. I had to show you the original one first because, as it says, it assumes you're familiar with that one. So yeah, that's why. Lock-on shot flash, I'd rather call it bullet cancelling. It's very universal, and many shmups use that terminology. And if anyone won't really understand what that means, you can just ask the chat. I'm pretty sure they'll help you with no problems. So here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1. Go. And here I go. First stage. First off, I'm going to show you my weapons in practice, as in actually using them. Ooh. Ooh. I'm not really upset about that particular death because I can still clear this, but yeah, it will be a bit harder, but no worries. And here are some of the enemies that cause bullet cancels if you destroy them, like those tanks. These kinds of enemies will be very useful later on in the game, because they'll save your butt several times. And double break mode. Now I just need to wait for a bit. And that's one section done. And this is the final stretch for this stage. Other than that unfortunate death, it was pretty okay. So now here comes the first boss, and it's a giant vehicle. First off, I'd like to weaken its left and right weapons first. Like that. So now I'm going to destroy the right one, like this, and then the left one. Now I just need to finish this thing off. And that's it. If you manage to destroy the boss with the full lock-on, as in finishing them off, you can get bonus stars because they will start spewing them like a fountain. If I hadn't died, that no lives lost would have some points and a compliment from the game. In this case it would be stylish. It would just say that, and some characters. And here's stage 2. I'll need double break mode for this part to make it easier. And I'll just stay at the bottom like this. Move up and be aggressive for a bit. And immediately go back down and tap to the right. Okay, here I go. You see plenty of that I will need to recharge my brake gauge and use that energy to activate those brake modes. It's very crucial for this game mode. Now I need to destroy this mid-boss's central weapon, which greatly damages it, and destroy one of those things. Here we go. Destroy the boss, and go here. Immediately go back down and take my time. If you have any donations, feel free to read them. I'll need to focus for a bit. Oh.
No donations at the moment, but we are $20 away from reaching 2,600. So if people who want to help support David, as well as a reminder that bits and donations and the subscriptions from the channel will all be going towards saving children. So plenty of ways to donate for the cause. A lot of awesome people. I'd like one more watching right now.
As you've been seeing so far, I've been destroying some wagons, and a couple of them cause bullet cancels. which as always is useful. Unfortunately I died again, but that's expected since this is the first time I've ever done a run in a marathon, so there is a lot of pressure on me. Because I have little stars, the boss is doing the slower attacks. Otherwise it would be quicker. Okay, just in case I'll bomb here because it's very risky. This may seem that it should kill me, but remember, this is a bullet hell game, so hitboxes. Go here. Boom. Only one more phase and it will be done with this fight. Yeah. Now I need to be aggressive because these lasers are dangerous. Just a little more and destroyed. Since I've been behind when it comes to amount of stars, I picked the star item again this time. You have several to choose from, but yeah, you pick what you need. So this is stage 3 and it's a unique one because it's happening in the caves and some of the enemy designs are insect-like, like those ants that are on the ground. That was another one. I want to destroy those enemies that are above me with a lock-on shot, so that you cancel their bullets. And these silver ships need to be destroyed ASAP. And this is why. And these giant flowers cause bullet cancels in this stage. Okay, I somehow got hit. Oh, what a shame. But since this isn't a strict, how should I say it without continuing, that's just the way it is. And the most unfortunate part about this is that I'll be locked out of a boss fight at the very end of the game. So, rather unfortunate, but this isn't an easy game after all. And after all, I only got the 1 credit clear twice in the last 2 or 3 years, so yeah, that's just the way it is. So at this section you need to go slowly and use your smaller lock-ons, and as you can see, they can protect you if you use them properly. And here come the rather unique enemies in the game, the serpents that circle around the screen, and you need to destroy their heads in order to truly destroy them. Those body components just prevent them from firing bullets, and that's about it. Yeah. Okay. And now this thing appears again, but this time it won't be alone. Here comes another one. And this is the third boss. That's basically a giant flower that at first hasn't blossomed yet. At least the design is like that. But if you destroy its first phase, it will open up any moment now. And here it is, a flower. Now I'm going to do a lot of damage to it with the use of break mode. And at this point it forms a laser wheel, and it will start spinning around, and you need to move around or else you die. So I need to bomb twice here. Also, those pellets or whatever those metal components are also chip off the health, so if you destroy them, then the boss will be more fragile, or more damage actually. And here's stage 3. Just in case I picked the bomb line, since I'm used to it. And since I already continued it, it really isn't important to be properly prepared. So this is stage 4 and we're out of the cave. And most of the enemies will be airborne as a result. Regarding those enemies, you want to destroy them as late as possible so that they won't spawn any extra enemies. And I'm almost done with the first section of this stage. And then you have those planes back again. Okay, double break mode time. So now these ships appear that you need to damage them a bit to destroy their cover. And that weapon gets exposed and you can now actually destroy them for real. Let's see, what can I do? The next section I would like to call the Star of David because of the laser formations. You immediately see why. Just watch them. Yep. And it even spins. So now I'm damaging those things, and I must not damage them too much, otherwise they'll be hard to destroy otherwise. I messed it up at the moment, but yeah. You'd usually destroy them in a specific order in order to destroy them really quickly. Okay. Only one more left. So now this is the mid-boss, and it's just a giant version of those enemies that were present before. So basically you need to destroy the cover, and only then you can destroy it for real. I'm probably wrong about the cover thing, but that's what it looks to me. Okay, now I need to be aggressive here in order to destroy it as quickly as I can. And here we go. So now these silver ships will appear, and this is the last one. Now I need to be around here, around the letter U. That's my visual cue for this section, and I just sit here doing pretty much nothing. I need to gather energy for these big ships that are extremely dangerous when there's more of them together. Especially this part. Okay, destroyed, and this one is the last one. Just a little more. And here's the boss. So, first off, I'd like to destroy its rocket launchers, because if you destroy the rockets, they'll spawn bullets like these, and they can also kill you like that. So you'd want to destroy those things as quickly as you can. This part is static, so if you know what to do, you can just follow its movement, and it should be done. And here's the second part with the turrets. The turrets can be random, and you have 4 available, or the boss rather, and it switches between them every time you destroy one. So to accelerate this part, I'm just going to go double brake mode, and that's phase 2. And now here's the last one, and it's rather simple. Well, simple to learn, but execution can be hard. Just like with every shoot 'em up. The activation was a bit unnecessary, but it's okay. So I need to have the bomb marker, that's the little triangle thing circling around at the main gauge, to be at its default position for the next part. And here's the final stage. I may screwed it up, but yeah, it's not a 1cc anymore, but so who cares, if I'm honest. Yep, if you're not careful here, you can easily die. At least if you're doing it this way, you have at least one more option available to you. I bomb here in order to destroy those tanks much easier because it will damage them. And what I do here, just do full lock-ons and move left and right. Then go up here and start activating brake modes. And only those planes left, and that should be it for this particular section of the stage. Had I not continued and had at least several more lives, a message would appear that breaks the fourth wall, but unfortunately I couldn't get it. What can you do? So on to the second portion of the stage, and all I do here is just using lock-ons. And I will need to be really aggressive here. Because of this thing, and it's not the only one. Then I'd usually destroy the left turret and then the ship itself. Go here and start working my way up the end. So from this point onwards there will be some kind of boss rush, but the bosses will be different. Kinda. Well, they are. So this one could be a bigger purple version of stage 1 boss. Not sure about that 100%, but it resembles it quite well. For this phase I'd like to destroy that turret if possible, then start moving to the left and try not to rush and switch sides like this. The only thing left is to destroy it like this. Now I need to be up here because a familiar face will appear. Oh, and look at those tanks with parachutes. Kinda silly for this kind of game. Okay, doing good. And this is it for this thing. If you're quick enough, you can spawn at least one more, but I don't do that. Not a good idea with this ship. And this should be the last ship of that kind. And here come the stage 3 bosses 3 times in their second phase. Now this section is tight, so if you want to, feel free to read any donations you might have gotten since the last time I asked. I was quite close to getting enough energy. Just a little more and it should be time for the final boss.
So, as a reminder, we are raising money for Save the Children. All number of bits, subscriptions, and donations are going straight to Save the Children. So, a little while ago we had an anonymous donation of $20, and they were putting that towards the Zelda randomizer, or sorry, the Zelda any percent run that's coming up next. So, there's a founding incentive and a chance to upgrade the run to 100% no up plus save.
Alright, here's the boss itself. I'm kinda used to those bullets because usually they have much more space, but since I continued and have little stars, they behave differently. For this part you just need to follow with where it's going to go and you're safe. At this point just bomb and do some more damage and that's it. This is a particularly tricky part of the fight, so I'm not going to try to explain it, but basically want to be around the corners around here. Feel free to bomb it if you want to. Makes it a bit safer. I can do it again. And now the bouncy ball phase. like this. Just a little more and that will be the end of the fight, and unfortunately the end of the game as well. So I'm asking the host, should I show you one other boss that should come after this, or are we done? I'm just asking. Okay, I'll do this. I'll just go to the training mode and show you. Oh yeah, you get this. If you don't manage to beat the boss without continuing, there'll be also one more check like this if you miss, if you continue one more time. One time during the true last boss fight. So for this occasion I'll do this, because why not? Numbers, yeah. Fortunately they're close. Oh, perfect.
Looks like a perfect fit.
Yeah, unfortunately it wasn't a 1cc, but yeah. Then again, I didn't expect it much. I expected to continue once. So yeah. Before,
Awesome run.
yeah, and I don't know, should we stop the timer or, because that's pretty much it. So I just want to show the boss, the true one at least, if you want to.
Feel free.
Okay, let's do it. So if you beat the fifth boss actually with no continues, you get this thing, and it's hard. Very hard. So when you're fighting this thing, double break mode is a instant death pretty much, because it gets too hard to do the fight, and so at most you'd like to do with only a single break mode. For this part you want to be around here on the at the bottom of the screen. Oh, rather unfortunate, but yeah. And then it starts doing those lasers, and the save spot is at the top of the screen instead of the bottom, so it reverses things up, because usually it would be somewhere around at the bottom, but not this time. So if you don't continue during the first phase, form actually, you can fight this, otherwise this thing would just fly away and you get the similar message like at the fifth boss. Instead of the fifth boss being on the image, it's this thing. Yeah, I need to bump because it was getting too dangerous. And as you may have noticed, the boss itself can intercept your lasers if you use your bomb, so... But at the same time, that gives you energy, so that's kinda neat. Makes it easier. So I just need to do just a little more damage than it would do its so-called desperation attack like this. It may look like an incomprehensible mess, but they're kinda predictable, and they're both aimed at you. And the yellow one in particular can be a bit readable, but be ready to bomb. Yeah, those transitions are hard, so I try to bomb there when the boss switches. Okay. Break mode is still okay here, but expect to bomb. Guess it gets, as I've been saying a lot, too dangerous. And just a little more, and this is... yeah, and this is pretty much unlimited mode in Crimzon Clover World Ignition. Unfortunately, I failed the 1cc goal. Yeah, I didn't want to see it though, so meh.
Still a crazy amount of skill being displayed.
Thanks.
Like, definitely doesn't look like an easy game to play.
Exactly. And whenever you'd once you see the game, it would at this point play a special tune, and that would be pretty fantastic to hear that for yourself.
Alrighty.
And that's pretty much it for me.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you everybody that has been watching the runs with us and got to see this amazing display of a Crimzon Clover.
Yes.
We're gonna hand it off to intermissions, and we're gonna get going with the next run. Thank you very much, InFire.
Yeah, thanks to you too.
Hello again, everybody. What an amazing run. We had Crimzon Clover Clover with InFireX. That was crazy. So much bullet hell action. I'm loving these showcases that we've been having throughout the marathon. It's been crazy. Up next, we do have Legend of Zelda, any percent no up plus A. If you want to upgrade that to 100% run, get those donations in quickly. It's only $150, and we're almost there. Still need about $100 to make that happen. So you guys still have a bit of time to make that happen as well. If you do want to snipe the file name choice, you can also do that as well. Lots of great runs still to come. Kirby's Adventure is up after this run as well, and all the money is going to a great charity. Bits, subs, and your donations all going to Save the Children. So please do get those in there. So we just hit over 2,600, and it's great news. That's a lot of money over 2 weekends with so many runs that we had. And I'm just double checking on anything here. Let's see here. We have a $5 donation from Dr. Ubio, who says, "Shmups are a great thing. Thanks, InFireX." So thank you very much for your donation. And you definitely just help a bunch of children. So anyways, my hosting duties are done for now. It's been a great time with y'all, and I'm going to be handing it off to Poker. So thanks for having me, everybody, and I look forward to doing this again with you.
So I'm live now. Alright. Hello. Hello. I think you can hear me now, at least, even if you don't see me. Hey, you can see me probably already, hopefully. So hello. I'm Pokerface of Eda, as you can tell already. Okay, so we've just seen a showcase of shoot 'em up, one of many during NASA 2020 online, just to remind you, we're just to remind you, you're watching NASA 2020, which is a charity speedrunning marathon, and that means we're gathering money for Save the Children. We've raised over $2,600, $2,605 to be precise right now. And that's awesome. That's incredible. That's a very nice round number. I was about to say that's a very nice round number, but someone killed it with that $5 donation, which we are very thankful for. And yeah, it's a nice number, but it doesn't mean it cannot go higher. The marathon isn't over yet. We've been streaming for the past 2 weekends. For like this weekend and the previous one, I guess that counts as past 2 weekends. Over the last 2 weekends, and we're not done yet. We still have a couple of hours of amazing speedruns to show to you. The next is Legend of Zelda, any percent no up plus A by Raikou Rider. And give me a second, I'm gonna check up on the incentive that's coming up, which is the file name choice. The file name choice right now is we only have one option for the file name, which is Save the Children. It's at $5 right now. If you want any other name, if you'd like any other name to be the name for the Legend of Zelda run, then make sure to donate, make sure to pick that as your bidware of choice. You don't have any almost any time left, as the Legend of Zelda is the next run. So if you'd like to, make sure to donate for that. As for... Okay, so we'll take you to a Save the Children video right now, and we'll see you in The Legend of Zelda then. Thank you very much.
18 years. That's about how long it takes for a kid to grow up. And a lot can change in that time. Since the year 2000, 30 million more people have fled their homes due to conflict, the most in history. But in that same time span, caring individuals and organizations like Save the Children have made positive change for children. 50 million more kids reached their 5th birthday, and 49 million more kids have healthy food. 94 million fewer kids were forced into harmful labor, and 115 million more kids are in school. 11 million fewer girls were forced to marry. 3 million fewer girls gave birth, and 12,000 fewer children were killed by violence. All this positive change, rippling from one childhood to the next. Imagine how many more lives we can change in our lifetime.